doing the tools where I'm like, yes, I got my brand new laptop. I'm going to start working. Load, load, load. Log in.
No, I'm talking about map tools.
Oh, map tools off. If we're good, I think.
Yeah, you didn't give me a file. Hopefully,
Cool.
but... Oh, okay. It is rebooted, including doing an update. It's fast. This is the replacement streaming machine when the one that we're on right now goes down. All right, we'll get Modron bot rerunning. Map tool is open. There was this one tool I saw that is
like is it an instance where it like will load up all the files, like it'll script up all the windows to open to bring it back to like the previous state?
Map tool is smart enough. Would you like to retrieve it? Yes. Start server. Okay. Server has been restarted. No, there's a tool. I forget the name of it. They're starting to use AI for generation of gaming scenes. Like in the next year or two, we're gonna have like the ability to create absolutely fantabulous.
Oh yeah, you can create
auto-generated maps, and
yep.
there's some really cool tools that are on the.
I don't know if you saw the like the auto-generated movies, the 1-minute clips.
Yeah.
Where people are going to use those tools to create special effects. So your B movies are going to be fantastic.
Lucky Swan Performance House.
Yep. Grab your tokens again from the road.
There we
go. We'll just grab the two of you.
Yeah, my Facebook feed keeps on sending me this one where it looks amazing.
It's decided you're the target audience.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah, you're still entangled.
We're grappling in joy.
Yeah, you're sent around back. The hall itself, for those astute, has grown slightly, or you've shrunk. That's fine. You make your way into the back. There's a bunch of hustling bustle. There's a bunch of dishes being moved around. Give me a perception check or a sense motive.
Perception is +9 for Lee. 29, not 20.
There is a odd number of the men to woman ratio in this establishment is not what you would normally expect.
A lot of women or a lot of men?
There's a lot of women.
Okay.
Upper crust females, and there's a lot of tables where there's like a woman and then there's nobody on the other side of the table.
Where are all the men in this place?
You do see that coming out of like a storage closet. It's like this little door that doesn't look very like it shouldn't be popular. Is where the proprietor is coming to greet you. Again, it's very loud. There's lots of drums banging. Hotreth is coming to meet you. A dwarf in somewhat muted clothes in the same pattern and colors as the servers of this place comes up. He's got a very nice ring, and he's got a very proper look to him. Well, he definitely looks like he's seen some things.
Greetings. I'm Li Hida, brewer of the Order of the Celestial Comet, all the way from Bijou. We were
Pleasure
waiting.
to have you, but he looks at the wall where there's this a slate that has like a schedule on it. It's all written in chalk with like performance times and dates and this sort of thing. The roads must have been hazardous, I suppose.
We were attacked by bandits. but by the Shikigami spirits, we were able to battle our way through. Our method of pulling the cart was killed. It took us a bit longer than expected to get here, but we have arrived.
That is unfortunate. It's dangerous routes near here.
I'm sure the bandits have learned their lesson.
Certainly they have. Did you kill them?
They had terrible lizards. Two big lizards as big as cows. We killed them and scared off the rest. We injured a few. They did not give us a hard time for the rest of the journey.
Well, let's see what you've brought.
Okay. Are we supposed to give him the formula, or are we supposed to make it for him? What was the final result?
You are supposed to be presenting. So you know this guy is some sort of guild master of the Brewer and Distillers Guild.
Yep.
And you're trying to get basically a franchise type contract to sell liquors in the larger cities within the Jade Empire.
Okay, so we're not giving him the formula right away.
You could, but
okay.
It's up to you how you handle that. But there are great financial opportunities if this guy likes what you're doing.
Got it. So
would you like to sample our wares now or later or?
Lee glances over at the opera like he's interested.
There's dancing and there's drums and it's very interesting. Currently there's a mock sword fight going on between some woman dressed up in pink and blue, and then a man who's dressed up as like a dragon with this big flowy robe. He's doing pretty brilliant jumps and leaps.
Okay.
You're pretty certain that it's like practical effects.
Lee is going to just absentmindedly pour 3 steins so we could drink while we're talking.
Okay. It is... he samples your beer.
Okay. He will start rummaging around for a bottle of gin.
Okay. It's not bad. Had better, but summer hops.
Lee nods.
Ask you some questions about
Yeah, he answers the questions that are asked, as long as they're not like trade secrets for the
bit of rind, fermented winter melon.
Okay.
Generally well balanced.
Also from the.
Well, he'll give the bottle of gin to Songrel. Songrel can introduce.
Also from the half moon of Pijo. A clear nor pure spirit you will not find.
Lee will provide different cups to sample the gin, and we'll all have one because drinking together is more fun.
Okay. He takes a drink. He sniffs it. He swirls it. He doesn't swallow the gin. He actually spits it out into like a small like a second glass.
Okay.
Decent.
He'll start out of view preparing the concoction.
Both of these things are fine. They're very fine. Great work from masters. We found a couple of ways to combine them with other local ingredients from Piju.
And he makes the drink. This time he only makes one. He gives it to the dwarf.
Okay. All right.
Stronger than beer, but not as strong as a full flagon of gin.
Give me your alchemy check or your crafting check for
sure.
how well you're working from a very good recipe.
I have +7 in profession brewer and then +10 in alchemy.
Okay, you can add 2 to the synergy bonus.
Okay, 25.
Okay, you make a fine cocktail from a excellent recipe. You see his eyes shine a little bit. Give me a sense motive.
+3. He likes it.
He likes it. What did you call this one?
Oh.
We ended up calling it
Bumble Dragon Beer.
Bumble Dragon. That's honey and dragon fruit in there. Very clean on the palate. He snaps his fingers and waves at one of the the staff. That staff member goes down the weird broom closet that he came out of.
There must be some sort of fun cellar down there.
He says to Songrel. While the women are up here enjoying the opera, all the men are downstairs gambling and drinking or something. Playing dwarven games or some chants or something like that.
So,
there are a bunch of dwarves at Li Hida's monastery. So.
You got yourselves an opportunity here, but it's difficult because you're late. Most of the window for new contracts and new licenses is kind of closed. So, might have to wait a season or two. Dwarvish season, that is. I mean, unless there's something you could do. I mean, that you have a very fine beverage here, and your beer is pretty good.
We're not trying to make money off of this cart. This is the sample cart to make the contract, right?
This is the sample cart to make the contract to allow you to start selling basically to the capital. This guild, the Brewers Guild controls the market.
Songrel and I can, for the next several nights, make these drinks for your patrons if you want.
You're a strong lad. Ugly face, though. Patrons wouldn't like you.
We can make them in the back.
Okay.
It'll be more mysterious that way.
He's not offended.
Okay, a large man in sort of brilliant looking armor. He's definitely of the Jade Kingdom. He's got a very big sword. You suspect that he might be similarly mixed genetically, not with ogre blood, obviously, but a very powerfully built man comes out of the broom closet.
He says greetings to him in giant.
Greetings.
Same to you. He comes over.
What's going on down there? Do you have patrons down there who are thirsty?
Just a little sport. He waves you it down. He waves you towards the broom closet.
Okay, well, everything's fine here. Like, we don't think our cart's gonna get robbed or anything like that. Like,
there are people offloading the cart.
Okay.
You have made a single sense motive roll, so
Yeah.
everything is honky dory.
we're at where we're supposed to be.
Yep.
So, are you not interested in a contract, or?
Oh, we're interested.
People drink every night. Being a couple of days late, I didn't expect this to be a problem.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
This isn't what I expected. Oh, I see where all the men are at.
There's a bunch of gambling as two absolutely jacked dwarves that look like they might be brothers are currently engaged in a fist fight in the center of this ring, and surrounding and cheering, and you've got money changing hands. This is
definitely a gin crowd.
So Songrel nods.
Are they fighting to the death?
They don't appear to be. They aren't doing. You're a monk, right?
Yeah.
Like you have unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing lethal damage to each other.
Okay, then Li likes it.
Yeah,
If they were down here fucking blood sport for the blood god, Li would be like, "What the fuck? Get me out of here!" But no, some fisticuffs, sure. Dwarves can take it. He knows they're hardy.
Out there, they're beating the shit out of each other. So, as I was saying, you're strong.
Yeah, I can.
We've got an issue with licensing. He sort of puts a hand towards the pit.
Oh, you want me to fight now?
Well,
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna have to put my beard on the line to put some, to sneak you into a pile.
well, I probably would have fought in there without the contracts, but sure.
In Dwarvish,
Yep.
the man with the very large build says to Hatreth, "I like this one."
We monks of the Order of the Celestial Comet spend a lot of time fighting. We've got dwarves at our monastery too. Please.
Kate,
I'm also very good at throwing.
give me one more sense motive.
Okay. 21.
Li, you realize too late that this was a trap. You do end up fighting. In the fight,
For the honor of the Order of the Celestial Comet.
for the honor of the Order of the Celestial Comet, you find it difficult to basically you had issues in the fight that you ended up having. Give me a fortitude save.
Okay, +8. I don't know if I had to rage or not, but without rage, nat 1. Oh,
Yeah, it was like you just didn't have it in you. You got tired when you shouldn't have, and one of these dwarves absolutely blasted you one in like the nethers that did not end up well. You awoke in chains.
Like, not in a sporting sort of way, like I got blasted in the nads, like...
Well, you got blasted in the nads. Yeah, in unsporting, like, they weren't hitting themselves below the belt when they were, like, in everything you saw beforehand, it appeared to be that was not considered you got stunning fisted.
I got swiped in the in the ankle with an illegal move.
You got swiped in the ankle with an illegal move. Yeah, exactly. Been benched for 3 months.
Yep. Wonder what we're referencing there.
Salty.
Salty.
Watch everybody else have fun and walk up and down the stairs.
Dude, it sucks so hard.
You start to take joys in silly things. I made eggs. I stood there and made like those are like yes.
And Li is humanoid, human, and giant subtype, so I think the dwarven.
The dwarven they're
dwarven
so hard
AC
to
bonus.
hit.
Yeah, I think Li probably knows this from sparring with dwarves at
dwarves.
the
Yeah,
monastery.
it's the dwarves at the monastery were very good at keeping you humble.
Yeah,
not like knowing that being the biggest and the strongest doesn't always mean that you win.
26 strength helps though, because okay, you reduced it to equivalent of a 20 strength or an 18 strength or whatever. That still hits hard.
It's still pretty hard. Well, no, you hit really hard. When you do hit, you hit hard. The fight didn't go the way you wanted. You took this shot. It blasted the wind out of your lungs. Things went cross-eyed, and down you went.
So I was poisoned or drugged, and then dishonorably attacked by this opponent. Okay.
You awoke.
That guy looks cool, by the way. Whatever. Whatever Star Wars drawing this came from.
Yeah, this might be concept art from The Mandalorian, but
That's pretty cool.
for whatever reason, Groot's over here and Rocket Raccoon. I mean, I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, this could be concept art from Guardians or something.
But this is
like some sort of half
the half dragon
or something like that. Oh,
half ogre. Yeah, there's this. It's just a really cool picture.
Yep.
You found yourself in rather heavy chains, being sold. Give me a fortitude save again. This is for, how well you take your blessings.
18.
There was a very extended period of drunkenness. Gin's really strong.
Self-induced or?
No. Well,
Okay.
Give me a will save. We'll see how this functioned. How much help were you given?
23.
It was not self-induced drunkenness.
Okay.
As
So it
you
was
were-
like the only thing I was given to eat or drink was gin, and
yeah, you're basically kept pliable with alcohol. As you, a particular man who, give me a int check.
we have the int. 17.
17. You remember the name Feng or Feng?
Okay.
That was this man who spoke Giantish. The one who liked you. You remember his voice.
The C Feng guy?
Yep.
Bastards.
You, at this point, met up with...
And Songrel, I didn't see after that point.
Songrel you haven't seen since.
Okay.
Songrel's MIA. At this point, you are carrying a burden on a small dinghy out at sea. We go over to Black Dog. Hey, Black Dog, how are we doing? What are we doing, Black Dog? It's late enough that I think I should be going to bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I think we then pick up to where Black Dog's story, and he dives headfirst into the warring Iron Kingdom on his own. That's where we pick up next time.
With his massive sword.
With his massive sword that doesn't quite know how to use correctly yet.
The sword is his temple, basically.
Temple.
That's awesome. It was good. I was pretty certain that the bandits were going to come back and capture us there. I didn't realize that there would be a bit more to that, which is neat. These pretty fun.
Yeah, we could have had you fight the dwarvish brawlers and roll it out, but
yeah, that's fine. Prologue. It's all good.
You can go back and you can go back and fight the dwarves again later if you're mad about it.
Well, yeah, he's gonna go back and honorably fucking trash this place.
He's gonna come back with a cup on,
and not drink anything nearby because he's pretty sure someone slipped him some poison.
Slipped him a thing.
Funny. He'll come back with a bunch of monks, or he'll come back with the.
He'll come back with Black Dog and freaking
with the pirate crew.
Oh, the pirates are here! Oh, the pirates are here! The pirates are here! Yeah, we're looking for licenses. All the licenses. I got license for everything.
This. How do we get into the city and all that? But no, there's a restaurant we'll go and behave at, and then there's a restaurant we're gonna go to and not behave at. Funny. It's weird playing like a joyous character.
It's fun, isn't it? This is what I found playing Darthanon, where because a character that was before we were streaming that in at level 5 made a deal with the demon to save the party and sacrificed joy.
Yep. That
character was dour to the point where some of the people who were playing with thought I was a dour person. Right? They thought I didn't like.
Well, because we were meeting each other and hanging out for the first time, right?
We were meeting, yeah. So we're meeting each other and hanging out, and I was playing this character that didn't know anything about being happy, and it was like I can't remember what character I played next. It was or TK. It was like TK, who was like a mean, he was mean, but he had emotion. It's like you were so happy. How did you be so happy? It's like the character didn't have any joy. So the whole time I'm like, don't laugh. There's not but honor and duty. He's just a complete stick up the ass paladin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun to play characters with different personalities. You see situations different, and I really like Li Hida's vibe. He's got an awesome vibe. He's the greatest vibe. There should be a children's cartoon with Li Hida is He-Man. Right? From the cartoon.
It's kind of like I'm channeling. Right now, he might be more lawful good than lawful neutral, like going out of his way not to kill the bandits and.
Yep. Well, and the whole if you do what I say, I'll give you meat and beer, and especially when life is hard, people do a lot for meat and beer.
Yeah, the way I kind of I'm like, he's got a 14 in, so he's not like the most brilliant person, but he likes puzzles and likes fitting things together and he's not fucking theoretical physicist or I know everything smart, but he's got a positive int score, so I'm like, okay, so he likes synergizing and making things work. Is kind of the way that I think 14 int would behave. So
Black Dog,
and then he tries to be funny, as in word puzzles and joking and
puzzles and jokes that don't necessarily land, but just making jokes. Him and Black Dog couldn't be more apart in personality.
Black Dog will be a miserable human being.
He's going to be a miserable human being. And is one of those characters where at a high level, it's like, are you familiar with this I Am Legend? Not the book, not the the short story, not the movie.
No, I didn't. I only watched the Will Smith movie.
So in the book, he gets put on trial. He gets captured by vampires and put on trial, and because he is the boogeyman, the last remaining human is the person who hunts the vampires.
Yeah, in the movie, they were way too animalistic to, they didn't hammer home they had a civilization. They had group dynamics, but animals have group dynamics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So no, but in the book it's no, I am the true monster, and it's because you are the true monster. But it's just
they played it up in that he almost lost himself in the survival hunting mode. They played with that concept in the movie. They didn't go all out.
It wasn't the big reveal.
Yeah. The fucking animal vampires didn't stick on curly wigs and have a court session. That was not.
Yeah. Should have.
Well, there wasn't enough time in that movie to do
the
that.
Vampires should have been less scary, right?
Oh, they were awful, horrid, nightmare creatures. Like
Right, and that would be makes them very unsympathetic. So then it's really hard to bring them back to be the sympathetic thing. So it's hard to create that emotion.
Yeah, they went way too creepy horror monster.
Speaking of DVDs, so we talked about DVDs and Blu-rays. DVDs have way more like features, like extra things to see. In the first Men in Black movie, they talk about human psychology around the first monster in the first alien they show, because they blow his head off in a big pile of goo, and the original monster design they had was cute. So they
came across as murderers.
They came across as murderers.
Yeah,
it's like we hate them.
we are the space Nazis and Woden and yeah.
And they had to do a redesign of it was like a half a second where to present threat, they made that like they completely exaggerated the creature's mouth and teeth and went bleh,
yeah,
right?
it
went
goes
blah before they
yeah,
shot
exactly. Yeah.
Instead of just before it went like in a cute way and they blew it up. This is some cute, interesting things about no, it's just dead.
What? No, we don't want to watch the movie about the goose stepping human-centric.
Yeah. So it's some interesting concept there about monster design and basically who is the good guy, who's the bad guy, and how to play on emotions.
Lee, I'm like, I need something to really juxtapose Black Dog's darkness, I think.
Yeah, Sun Wu is good for that. Historically, like when he was played before, he was kind of that. But wizards tend to be like,
hey, I'm all jokey, but then the fireball rips off, and it's like,
yeah, I'm all jokey, but then look at me, I just killed 50 dudes in one spell. You know?
Sun Wu, I tried hard to use the dungeon dressing. Like, he's super smart, so him using the wagon was like he's gonna try to... He has good movement speed, he can climb, he's kind of mischievous. He's gonna play with the... If you give him dungeon toys, the toys will be used. The toys will be used with him.
If you give him features in the combat to play with,
yeah,
he's not always doing the most optimal thing, which is what wizards generally. The fight is going well when the wizards aren't trying to be optimal,
right?
Because if the wizards are trying to be optimal,
he will have good DPS and he has good lasting power. Is what I learned like playing him in combat. It's I stick normal alchemy things onto an arrow, and now I'm going to do that until I'm out of bombs, and then I've got my bow. It's like there's some lasting power there. But I'm trying to play them all a little bit different. And then Genzorig, what you saw with him is he's very pragmatic. Like he's free, like as in like chaotic neutral. So yes, it was his people, but if it means saving us, let's prop up the dead bodies to make it look like like that is not, I'm going to bury them via traditional ways. Like, he is free as the wind from that. It was slightly distasteful, but it was like a complete disregard of tradition being the way to solve the problem. Like, he's like when I describe, he's absolutely miserable sitting there in chains. Like, just the constraint in a dark place, can't see the sky, doesn't know if he's gonna live, but being chained, like that was like,
just kill me now.
So I'm trying to play them all a little bit.
They've got distinct personality.
And then Jin Shi was super fun to play too. The Snake Man, that's a little bit like, I'm here to learn about you humanoids. Like you can manipulate.
War.
You can manipulate the hell out of him, but it's kind of like fun and to play that. To play that angle a little bit. He doesn't know about your ways. Yes, he's honorable. Yeah, he'll follow the big guy in charge. He's got ulterior motives. Like, he's looking for a place for his people. He wants to travel around and try to figure out a way for his people not to be constantly hunted by all the warlords that are nearby.
It would be better not to be if the choices are to be hunted or to not be hunted.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to not be hunted. You know.
Yep. Yeah. So these 5 characters are super fun, and they're all a little bit different.
They're distinct, which is really nice. And they've got distinct fighting styles, and like they are. I don't know. It's like, even if you take the characters, and in my head the way they look, and you just put their silhouettes, like just their silhouettes, like you give a Reservoir Dogs silhouette painting, right?
Yep.
You know exactly who each of them are, and their silhouettes are actually driving. Like, there's difference, and it's easy, and and personality is there. It's like good character design. It's stupid. It's got good character design. It feels like good character design.
Yeah, they're almost could become archetypes, basically.
Yeah. Like it's
yeah, and so this is my frustration with a lot of role-playing video games where they give you a party.
Yes.
Most of the time I don't like the NPCs. I don't, and it's because I thought for a while it's because I didn't create them, like, as selfish as that sounds. Or
they're not very good.
Some of them are just not very good. Some of them are, you're playing a video game where you need to be optimal, and when they give you this crap that isn't optimal, it's like, ugh, what do I do with this? And when there's an option to build your own party, I do it, or I'll find a way to do it. Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 3, for what I've seen, I'm not impressed by the NPCs. What other? It happens on almost every RPG. It's like, oh, you're stuck with this dude. Why out of the world of all the cool things you could have done this? Because they hurried it. They hurried it, or someone didn't do a good job at the design. I don't know.
The credentials for a creative. What are the credentials for a creative? I think that's kind of
that could be it too. It could be it's just not personal. Like, I'd rather create my own party than not. Like,
well, there's definitely you have more buy-in. Obviously,
there's more buy-in, and I think that's it. But some of them are just not. Like, you couldn't do the silhouette thing with some of these. Here's your party.
Yeah, exactly. It's the like. You can. In fact, I'm going to do that. By the way, I'm going to make a 2-color painting of. I'll give it some thought. I'll figure out a way to
Black Dog, Sungwoo, Genzorg, Lee, and Jinsha.
Yeah,
you might have to get Mark's characters in there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Gutano is I'm like, oh my god, this guy is gonna. The little fox guy is going to be such a pain in the ass, but he's going to be our pain. He's going to be our Dugan.
He's going to be such a useful pain in the ass.
The DCs of his charming and compulsion spells are through the roof.
Yes.
Mark found all the ways. And then Mulgrimir, we had a chat offline, Mark and I, and if we have to choose a captain, it's going to be Mulgrimir.
The Mulgr quest.
No, Mulgrimir will be captain because he's got the charisma, the desire to, and he's like the only other charisma character that could do that would be Black Dog, but Black Dog's ship is going to be a ship of misery and work.
Nobody wants that.
Ship of misery, work, and discipline. Like, no, maybe Black Dog, you make the martial guy, and yeah, maybe they do calisthenics every morning. Like Black
First
Dog has
mate or something.
Yeah, Black Dog has a regimen of like, no, this crew exercises every morning. Yeah. So I'm like, go ahead, Mark. It also might free it when Mark's not around. The captain tells you to go do something. Or the captain tells you to go do something, you go do it. Right? So.
Yeah. Well, and Gotano is also a good character for that because he like
turns into a fox and he's lazy.
Yep.
There's a line in his backstory. It's something. No, it's just his personality traits. Lazy to the point where manual labor actually makes him mildly nauseous. So you need to be on watch. Oh, that's effort. That's massive effort. You need to go scrub the deck. No, you need to go scrub the deck. We'll save. Black Dog's doing fucking Gitano's chores for him.
Go do this.
Stir on my head. Shrugs and then continues to scrub. Oh yeah, he's Gitano has everyone waxing on and waxing off. Funny.
Ship you did see.
Yeah, there'd be, and then your two guys are Karen. I don't know Grimsby enough to really have an opinion yet, but
no. All right, I'll think of something.
We need a name for tonight's game.
It would
something about a yoke.
Something about a yoke. Yoke less traveled. Life's a yoke.
Life's a yoke. Life's a yoke. Nice. That is written into the books. For those watching on YouTube, where this video will eventually appear, thanks for your support. For those hanging out in the channel with us tonight on this Wednesday. It was great seeing you folks here, and as always, we hope you enjoyed this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night.
Good night. GG.
GG.